know Mike Tyson rose to the pinnacle of the sports world and then later fell from grace. It's your turn now.
Sorry, but in a new documentary called Champs, we get a better understanding of where he and other boxing greats come from.
I sat down with Mike yesterday, got a candid look at the up and down journey that's brought the one-time baddest man on the planet where he is today. There's a whole generation of people right now who know you from The Hangover. They know your animated series.
Hey guys, every one of them has a message from someone that needs help solving a mystery.
They know you as the guy with a face tattoo. Was it important for you to make this movie to go back and show the roots of who the real Mike Tyson is?
Not necessarily the roots of who I was, Willie, but just what I have become. I went to a high school, and when I went in there, it was like a 15 by 15 movie screen, and he was showing them my fights and said, this is what he used to do before he did movies or television. And one guy said, I think my grandfather told me about you. Your grandfather. And it was very humbling.
So it seemed to me it's as much about poverty as it is about boxing and the conditions that drove you into boxing.
Absolutely. The champion, the most successful one. And only one thing they had in common, poverty. Most of the fighters, they can't read, write, spell too well, and they normally get taken advantage by very shrewd businessmen in that particular field. Imagine a guy that's making $20,000 a fight, and by the time he pays his cornerman, he pays his manager, he won't have no money. At the end of the game, he's in debt because he didn't pay his taxes yet. And there's no federal regulation for that, to protect human beings.
So that I understand, but I think what people who look at your career and understand that you were exploited too, they say, my God, he made something like $300 million fighting and ended up bankrupt. How does that happen?
Well, that happens because you're inexperienced and you don't know anything about handling money in that fashion. And you put the trust of people who say they're your friend or they say they're your loved one, and it doesn't work out the way that they planned for it to work out. I don't even blame anybody. At first I used to be bitter and think I only blame myself.
So if you could go back and talk to 20-year-old Mike Tyson and say, do these things differently to protect yourself,
20-year-old Mike Tyson wouldn't listen at that time. I'm the guy that has to feel the flame, know that the fire is hot. Because most people are not going to survive that. I'm just very lucky.
Watching the movie, I'm a huge fan of yours growing up, and I was reminded of the pure intimidation that you could inflict on people. And you could see the guy quivering in the ring as he waited for you. What was it like to have that kind of power?
To be honest, it's amazing. And it's almost like it puts you in a state of God status.
And he's down again. He's not going to make it. It's all over.
First big fight I went to was a Tyson fight. And there was nothing more exciting than that.
It was crazy in there. Just great energy, unbelievable energy.
I can't believe this, but we just passed the 25th anniversary of the Buster Douglas fight.
25 years?
Yeah. Watching you go down, I felt, this might sound strange, kind of emotional, like I was watching the end of something, like watching a guy who was invincible become human. Did that feel like a big moment in your life at the time?
You have to look at defeat as the bad day of the office. Defeat is a form of winning if you acknowledge the lesson of defeat.
As I sit across from you, you strike me as a guy who's at peace right now in his life, who seems pretty happy. Do you look back on some of the scenes from the old Mike Tyson and say, who is that guy? Do you recognize him?
Well, I don't recognize him that much. I know in order to survive, I had to be that guy.
Yeah. But do you feel like you've cut that old guy loose? There's no chance he comes back?
Without that guy, I would never be here. Because without him, I'm nobody.
That was just a few minutes of a long talk we had. He's such a fascinating guy. I want to thank the Mendez Boxing Gym here in Manhattan for allowing us to shoot there. Really cool place. Tyson's documentary Champs opens in theaters today and is available on iTunes right now.